Welcome back to Guitar Made Simple. I'm Brian Metzger. This is lesson 10, and we're looking at playing out of the shape of E. So just a reminder that we're using those caged system, C-A-G-E-D. Those are the 5 basic shapes of chords, and we're learning how to play completely out of each one of those sets. We've already done C, G, A, and D, and now we're up to E. So with E, this is the final one on this system. So that's exciting. All right, so here we are at the E shape, playing out of the E shape, and remember we're going to be systematic in our application of this. This helps us to memorize it, it helps us to rehearse it, it helps us to have it at our fingertips and to orientate ourselves when we're playing in different keys. And so what's our systematic application? We want to break it down into 3 basic families of chords: the major family, the minor family, and the inversion family. And remind ourselves, what are the numbers for the major family? 1, 4, and 5. What are the numbers for the minor family? 2 and 6. What are the numbers for the inversion family? 3 and 7. All right, so let's begin with the major family. So if 1 is E major, so E string open, middle finger 2nd fret of A, that's ring finger 2nd fret of D, and index finger 1st fret of G. B string open, E string open. So there's a nice solid 1. Now remember the shortcut for finding your 4. If you don't remember the shortcut, you have to start with E is 1, so E, F, G, A. So there's your 4, is going to be your A. But we know the shortcut is that 4 is always directly above. And we're going to play that easy A. Just use that bar finger on the 2nd fret of the D, G, and B string. If you want, you can use 2 string fingers to hold down all 3 of those strings, or you could use 3, but why use 3 when you can use 1? Okay, so there's your 1 and your 4. The next thing we need is the 5. Now for the 5, this is going to be, we're going to use a bar chord. This bar chord is a bar chord B. We've done B minor in a lot of chords, but we haven't done B major in any chords yet. So this is the first time we're looking at this chord. But it's very similar to, we had the F sharp minor playing out of the shape of A. We're also going to be barring the 2nd fret of the 2nd fret from A string to B string. But before we take a look at pressing that down, let's get the next fingers in place. Ring finger will be on the 4th fret of your D string, and pinky, what we're going to do is ring finger barring 2nd fret of the D, G, and B. Remember, when you're barring, the secret is move toward the front of the fret. It's going to get easier. That's also true for your index finger that's going to bar the back line, starting with your A string, 2nd fret. Once again with this, those 4 strings at the center of the guitar are completely sufficient to be to play this B major. So now the chord progression that helps us anchor our 1, 4, and 5 is simply to play 1, 4, 5, 1. It has a nice resolution. All right, excellent. Now we get to take a look at the minor family. And once again, we begin with looking at the 6. And how do we find the 6? We start with E. So A, B, C, D, E. So E is 1. E, F, G, A, B, C. And in the key of E, C is a sharp. So that C is going to be a C sharp. So C sharp minor is going to be our 6. All right, we got a couple of options on how to play the C sharp minor, but I'm going to give you a traditional one, and that is a bar chord. And this is a valuable bar chord to know. You can use it in lots of different ways in lots of different places. But with this bar chord, once again, that just like the index finger barred the 2nd fret previously, now we're going to bar the 4th fret. Before we talk more about that barring, we're going to put the other fingers in place. So ring finger is going to go to the 6th fret of the D string. And remember, go back to lesson number 2, talking about how to avoid the frets. Maybe it's lesson number 3, that you never have to count frets on the fretboard. So when I say 6th fret, you go to the 5th fret, you apply the +1 rule, and you get the ring finger on the 6th fret of the D string, pinky on the 6th fret of the G string, middle finger on the 5th fret of the B string, and then you bar the 2nd fret of the A and the B on the top. So that's going to be our C sharp minor. There's a couple other cool C sharp minors, but we'll just use that one for right now. So that's our C sharp minor, and you might remember the cheat to be able to find, once you know the 6, you can find the 2 because it's directly above it, but that's kind of high working up there. So we're going to get the 6, we're going to get the 2 on the bottom, and that is going to be your F sharp, and that's easy to find because if you start with E is your 1, E, F, and in the key of E, F's are F sharp. So we know that. So it's F sharp is going to be your 2. Now we used the F sharp minor chord showed up playing out of the key of A. So this is a review chord, but we'll review it one more time. The index finger, you'll be barring the 2nd fret. Before we take a closer look at holding that down, let's put the other fingers in place. Ring finger on the 4th fret of the A string, pinky on the 4th fret of the D string. Now put your bar in place. Oh, another cheat that you can do is this middle finger can help out. So if you get this placed again at the front of the fret and then you back it up with your middle finger, you can get nice, clear tones ringing off of that. So that's your 1, 4, and 5 in the major family. That's your 2 and the 6 in the minor family. Now we get to do the inversion family. So the 1 add 3 is an E with a 3. What's the 3? E, F, G, and we know that G is G sharp in the key of E. So how do we put a G sharp on the bottom of our E chord? Well, we already had that. This is the same chord that played the roll of the 7 out of the shape of A is going to play the roll of the 3 out of the shape of E. So to get that, it's the ring finger on the 4th fret of your E string, index finger on the 2nd fret of the A and the D string, and then the pinky on the 4th fret of the G string with your B and your E open. So that's your E add G sharp, or your 1 add 3. And then you remember that the inversion family, that you can apply our shortcut rule, is that if you know where the 3, the 1 add 3 is, then you know the 5 add 7 is just above it. So that's your A add C sharp. So ring finger on the 4th fret of the A string and index finger barring the D, G, and B string. A and C sharp. Excellent. And then our chord progression that helps us to anchor. Well, let's go back because I didn't do the chord progression to help anchor the minor family. Is the C sharp minor. Wait, we were do 6, 2, 6, 2. That anchors our minor family, and now we'll anchor our inversion family by playing 3, 7, 7, 3. 3, 3, 7, 7, 3, 3, 7, 7, 3. And then our other tool to make sure we've got all the chords in between is to play the scale as chords. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, and this would be we're almost there. Yeah. Oh, haha. You know what? I caught myself here. So I said that the 6, well, I can tell you this. I mistakenly said that the A add C sharp was going to be the 7. It's not. You have to take that shape and you have to move it up a whole step. It's going to be B add C sharp because it's a 5 add 7. The 5 is the B. And so that same shape will do for that. So it needs to be up a whole step. So that's one of the things that was throwing me off here. So let me review through that one more time. So 1, 2, 3, then our very popular 4 and 5 major, then our 6 minor, then our B inversion, and then we're back to E. There it is, ha ha ha, no problem. Now we do it backwards. So 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now I'll say the letter names of those chords. So E major is our 1, F sharp minor is our 2, E at G sharp is our 3, A major is our 4, B major is our 5, C sharp minor is our 6, B add C sharp is our 7, and then E goes back to 8. All right, fantastic. Now there's going to be a bonus lesson. I'm going to put the next lesson. We're going to do E again, but I'm going to show you a method called cut capo, which is my preferred way of playing out of the shape of V using the cut capo. So we'll see you for the next lesson.